Hello, hello. We're back again. Yet again, playing Path, because I want to. I have no other reasoning. It's a good week for it. I am approaching endgame, which is very exciting, because that's where a lot of the changes have taken place. And I have not yet really gotten there. This league specifically, but also just in general, I have done a lot less with the end game than anything else. Hey, Priestess, how's it going? How are you doing? I don't think I had gotten the chance to ask. I don't think you'd pop by since classes ended. How did your... No, maybe I did. I think you said that things had gone well. But remind me, how did classes wrap up for you this semester? Oh, that's not a door. Looks like a door. Classes did go well. That's great. Do you have anything exciting lined up for the summer? Some summer courses. That's cool. For one of my years, I ended up taking some summer courses, and they were kind of rough. I think mostly just because of the classes that I had chosen to take. Was it one or was it two? I think it was two, but I don't remember what the second one was. So, when I transferred into my second university and I had changed my major, I found myself in a pretty awkward position because when I first went to school, I was going for business administration. And so there's a lot of, business courses to do. And then I ended up changing to computer engineering. And that transition was a little awkward because, one, I transferred to a new university at the time. And so coming in, I had essentially all of the sort of general education courses wrapped up through the business course. Makes sense. But I found myself in a challenging spot because to keep going in like the computer engineering, you really have to get your math put together, and like I hadn't taken calculus yet, and so obviously you take Calc 1, and then there's like a couple courses that you can take, but then you'd normally be doing like a lot of your gen eds along with that semester, and then next semester, right, you've got all of the courses that Calc 1 had unlocked for you. And then you take those and some gen eds and Calc 2, and then the next semester, now you have some stuff that Calc 2 unlocked for you. Like, so many things are reliant on different levels of calculus in engineering coursework. And so it's like, you're sort of limited in your choices. And so I found myself in the awkward position of transferring in and having no gen eds to take, but like, having to catch up on all of calculus. So I was like, here's Calc 1. And then I was like, what can I also do this semester? And that was a challenge. Now, all of that is essentially to say I had used one of the summers, I guess it would have been my first summer, to try to get further ahead and go ahead and knock out Calc 3. And so I ended up taking Calculus 3 as a summer course, which was terrible. That was by far my worst calculus course, and I was pretty good at math, I can't remember shit from calculus anymore, but, like, I'm good at school, really, is what it comes down to. If I were to sit down in a classroom and, like, have the opportunity to learn thing and then show mastery of thing, that's just a skill set that I have, like, that whole thing. But Calc 3, trying to do it as, like, 2-hour blocks in a day, like, at a time over a very compressed timeline, because I think it was like a set of 8. It was, I can't remember quite how it worked out. I think it was probably 2 hours a day for 8 weeks. Though there was the alternative version where you could take it 4 hours a day for 4 weeks, if I remember correctly, and that would have killed me. I would have simply perished that summer. I could not have sat in that classroom for 4 hours trying to absorb Calculus 3. It would have been abysmal, but I didn't do that. I did the other one that I think it was 2 hours for 8 weeks. And, like, it was rough. I did not have a wonderful experience with my summer course that I did once. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I had contemplated that the winter trying to pick up. I don't know if there would have been an opportunity to do Calc 2. But, like, I thought about doing a winter course, but, like, that's so accelerated. I'm glad I didn't, because I don't think I would have handled it. Anyway. Hey, that's no problem, Priestess. It was nice to see you stop in. Have a nice time with your cousin. Enjoy your movie. I want more uniques out of these runes. I have gotten several, which has been nice. I'm very sorry. Oh my lord, that's a lot. Yeah, see you next time. Have a good one. Oh my god. My health. I still need to resolve my really close to dying a lot of times thing. I gotta do something about that. I'm working on it. My sort of current strategy is leaning into investing in mana or damage from mana before life. That's kind of the hope, because I can get to about 32%. Mana before life here, which I think would be pretty good. A third of the damage taken. And now the reason I'm sort of leaning in on that idea is because one of the long-term goals for this will be investing heavily in intelligence, because I've got several things that scale on intelligence. So big intelligence number, good. And big intelligence number also mean big mana pool. And so if I can do that, that might help. That would be a useful damage sponge. Or at least so the thought goes. I've also changed the build a little bit since last stream. I am leaning more on the hollow form slams, or hollow form sunders specifically. Oh, I already found the bosses. I've also now got a more reliable way to get power charges from my little clones here. Very helpful. I stopped using blasphemy for the automatic cursing, mostly because I was using it for convenience more than anything else. It's probably a good idea to actually use it fully because it's a much higher value of elemental resistance reduction. Boy, the mana cost of that curse though is quite high. I am actually taking a lot less damage than I kind of expected, so that's a plus. Ow. Where'd you go? 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 What's going on? How? I was pretty sure you were cullable a second ago, and now you're not. I can't see shit once those cylinders go crazy. Oh, I forgot I had that ability. Big hit. I think... is my single target damage better if I just punch him in the face? I'm not sure. It might be. Freaking just straight face punching.
Enough. We submit. Join me. Blood needs.
That's why I couldn't call. They don't actually die. They are left alive. I think that's why I couldn't call. That makes sense, I suppose.
Fools.
Hey,
Did
Doriani.
you not hear the code phrase?
Yeah, you
Is it really you?
jackasses.
I had Siri. Doriani himself? I am not worthy.
I got tongue-tied there. I was gonna say like dumbasses, dipshits, and jackasses all at once, and it came out.
The time has come.
Nothing on.
You will let us move
Yes, yes, yes. You idiots have to come help.
Indeed.
Alright, I think there's one more interlude remaining. And we'll be in endgame. The numbers. Wow, I think the fire damage will actually get to over a 300 damage high value. Pretty good, I think. I don't know enough about late game stats to know if that's good or not, honestly. I'll just pretend it's good.
The sands shift, yet the
Armor resistance is doing... They're kind of okay, but they're not great.
Not
Yeah,
Yes.
Move swiftly.
Quests acquired. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Blah, blah. I guess I should stash this. Is this better? I guess it is slightly. All right, out we go. It's so strange to me how odd this game behaves with OBS. Again, I had to switch the renderer again. I switch it back afterwards because although I was still noticing the DirectX 12 does still have like micro stutters, which I don't love. The load times in Vulkan are pretty rough. I don't know what's going on. No renderer is perfect in this.
Illusions made real. Many left.
So this dried up riverbed is one of the things they added. They mentioned that it leads you to well, one of the ends of it. I guess I don't know necessarily which one. Leads to one of the optional bosses. Well, I say optional, but it does give you the like the 2 passive points. So it's not optional. it's not actually optional. So one of the concerns I have about this, I'm starting to think I'm running down the wrong way of this. I do have some concerns about this build into late game, just because it's been good throughout the campaign as the damage on it has gone up, because the gloves increase in damage for every boss that gets killed, but specifically it's the campaign bosses. And so once I'm out of the campaign, that's the highest damage the weapon's ever gonna have. And so I have some concerns. And that's of course why I need to do the intelligence, because it's got the additional scaling of 1% of unarmed damage as extra fire damage for 5 intelligence. Which may solve our issues. But, you know, we gotta hope. This is a... Oh, it's -1 spirit per 2 levels. I had mixed that up in my head. I was thinking it said -2 spirit per level. And I was like, that means by level 25, it's no longer useful. And you can only start using it at level 15. And so actually, even at level 15, it's... Is it not 50? It would technically give you 43? I don't feel that strongly about spirit, although it'd be good for a minion build. It'd get you through early game. And I do have a few items that might make for an interesting minion build. Although the minion adjacent build, because I was playing last night. Yes, I guess it was last night. And I got, I guess I'd say a common unique, because I've gotten it almost every league. It's relatively common. It's a scepter that gives you 5% gained chaos damage per undead minion you have, which is neat. You do a lot of chaos damage. But then I also got some boots. They're kind of low level, is the issue. But I got some boots that reduced, or I guess increased reservation efficiency of undead minions by 25%. And so then there's also, for the Oracle Druid, there's a secret passive point that you can get that gives you, I think it ends up being an extra 20% reservation efficiency. So I'm like, we're working our way to something like 50% reservation efficiency increase. And so if I could just have a big ass pile of, okay, that is the way forward and not at all the side area, that's fine. I'm just gonna grab the waypoint. So if I had, you know, a bunch of spirits, a bunch of undead minions, just get a pile of the cheapest undead minions I can find, and then just get a shit ton of bonus chaos damage. I don't know. Could be interesting. I also got one of the new supports was very interesting. One of the special runic supports gave you the chance or the guarantee to summon a temporary minion on every attack, which would also be kind of cool. Like if I can find a way to do some kind of wacky temporary minion attack build. I'm a little unclear who would be best for that. Maybe Tactician? The issue with the Tactician is the mercenary that's at the bottom of the tree. And there is absolutely jack shit down there for minion enhancements. Maybe there's a little bit more now. I'll have to check. And so I'm like, if I really wanted to do that, I would have to travel so far across the tree, all the way up into the druid. So I do see people make their builds, and they are like all over the goddamn place. So like, I don't know, maybe it's a thing I could do, but
How many lives have you claimed between? No more.
I don't know. Okay, could you guys not just hide forever? Ow. Ow. Oh God! I couldn't see that the attack was happening.
How many lives have you claimed between? No more.
It's a problem. It's too much damage. Damn. Okay. Okay, could you guys just, like, settle down somewhere and let me hit you? Well, survey says yes, sort of. Whoa, that hurts. Oh, my chaos resistance, I think, is starting to become an issue. I'm realizing, because things are starting to do appreciable amounts of chaos damage, and my chaos resistance is... Okay, shit. Get those hits in. Oh my god. It's so effective. It's satisfying. It's very satisfying. Will you hit it? That Killing Palm might be the most frustrating ability in the game, in my opinion, because I have the hardest time actually getting it to hit things. Just like shit gets in the way constantly. Bonkos. Ow. Oof, those big hits really do a number on my mana now, though, that I'm taking mana damage in it. Get wrecked. The reliable power charges that come out of my little clone, very helpful. don't think I'm really in a position on the passive tree to get increases to my max power charges, though it would be nice. I am quite thrilled that tomorrow is Friday. It has been a very busy week at work for me. My second project is really getting into full swing now, and it's like, oh man, there's a lot of things to keep track of throughout the day. I didn't ever get rid of branching fissures. I could probably be doing more damage with that. So that's a plus. Need to make some changes and do some extra damage. Wait, don't you run away from the curse, you ass. Oh man, that's so satisfying. Love that. That side boss count as a boss? No, I don't think it did. That's a shame. Or maybe... excuse me. Maybe it hasn't been considered completed yet because I haven't turned in the quest. That could be the case. Because I don't believe it's cleared the face on the mini-map because we didn't turn it in. And by mini-map, I mean the map. The Mega Man. Pools of Catal first. Although I can go ahead and hop back to town to turn this quest in. I think I missed a boss, actually. There's another entry, and I think I actually missed that with Kappa, the character we were playing there, too. I totally forgot about... like an underground area that gives a permanent, I think it's permanent max health increase. That's a little important. Okay, so this should be the passive point. And something else to consider is that it may be worth doing some weapon set shenanigans, because I could be doing all of my attacks on one weapon set, and now that I have a curse to cast, like I could add some increased curse effects and things, maybe some skill effect duration on the second for the spell specifically. There's curse magnitude maybe. So it would leave me with like 25 points at the end of things. And so I can like pick up these and then also come up here and grab these. And I could, you know, use the points that I used here. These three, so that'd be... Man, I really have not invested very much in damage increasing, have I? Maybe that's something I should do more of. I probably not really hit diminishing returns that much yet. Also, I forgot I just got points. Okay, so this was one of the important things that I have gotten. This would be the other set of damage taken from life first. Another thing I kind of want to come down here and get these. 'Cause I think I'm going to rely on like a high evasion chest piece to also keep my ass alive. That would also give me enhanced chance to blind, which would further improve my ability to not be killed, hopefully. But what do we want to do first? I got 2 points. I could just go ahead and jump up here to the damage from mana first. I think I might do that.
How many lives have you claimed between? No more!
Oh, this guy's fire resistant. No wonder they took more hits.
Foul creature.
I gotta keep my eye out for fire resistance, because all my damage is fire. So it's usually up here at like this top corner. Is usually where this extra cave is. Yeah, here it is.
The Titans must have been.
Yeah, this lava area. Fire resist is a real issue. I don't know if I should get some fire damage. Pierces resistance. Maybe that's a good idea. It would be a wasted stat on anybody that doesn't have the high resistance. So I'm also not sure how much I need
Back to the soil.
this ability. So that ability I don't know if I necessarily need. I might also be able to not to retire Killing Palm because I'm using the dodge to get my power charges. And that would save me these 3 points. So I got this kind of for the intelligence, but it's probably not worth it. I mean, I could refund 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to potentially reinvest in more meaningful ways. What are those more meaningful ways? Right, because I'd be losing Killing Palm, I'd be losing Frozen Locust. And I just am not using them nearly as much as I had been. Free me up 2 spaces that I could potentially invest, like 2 spaces on here to put some kind of new weapon skill that might give me a better shot at damage. Like, these are giving me a little bit of defenses, which is something I would have to recover. But I'd probably be better off looking this way. Because I feel like I might want to lean more into evasion and then dexterity. Because with those, and if I got this, that gives me max energy shield based on evasion on equipped body armor. So like that, I think de-investing these, disinvesting, uninvesting, removing these, gaining these instead, and then these will enhance my defense. It'll also give me a pretty high chance, like 20% chance to blind. And then I could get damage increased against blinded enemies. I mean, that's a pretty cheap way to get some damage. Question. Does that attack blind? Can it blind? Yes. One of those guys is blind. Just making sure. You never know what gets counted weirdly, especially since that one's, you know, technically used by a clone and not myself. Did this damage end up going up? It did. Hey, it did. Did I end up? Yeah, 5% increased max health.
With the strength of long dead titans.
Nice. Okay, so now we can go to the pools of Cthulhu. We got what we came for. Okay, I see optimizations and various micro optimizations and things to be done to the build. We're not doing too bad at all. Just lean on the lingering shadows to get, yeah, look at those power charges. Very nice. Be nice if I could pick up those power charges from a little further away. So there might actually be a support gem that would allow me to do that. I think I would need a higher level jeweler's orb to be able to add anything more though. We'll get those at some point. I really feel like my energy shield is not doing as much for me in the defense department as I would like. I feel like I spend way more time with no energy shield than otherwise. Incredible. Sure does cover a lot of ground. Get punched. More courage, desperation, disintegration. mean, it's almost a shame that I have absolutely no need to break armor. I do not do physical damage. Not even a little bit. Bonk.
Illusions made real!
Hey, an expedition. Got a yellow banner here. So rare. Oh, get out of here. More regen would be nice. Although I think I'm using... Yeah, I've got Vitality 2 now, which does help on the life regen side. Because I was struggling a little bit getting my life back. Ooh, nice Exalted Orb. I need more Exalted Orbs. Those are a bit of a pinch. At some point, I'm going to gain a new spot for these punches. And Hollow Form, I guess, ought to get it automatically as well. I can't wait to be able to use this Smash to Smithereens. And it comes in at 20% quality because I put 20% quality there. Of course. I don't actually know what the quality does. It does break armor, though, which is funny, because I did just mention that I don't need to break armor. That doesn't do me any good. It just triggers when heavy stunning, 0.5 second cooldown, which is totally fine. There are some interesting interactions that I had not predicted that I'm very excited about that should be coming up next time I get some more ascendancy points, which is challenging. The third set is tough to get. The fourth I have not ever gotten to the point of getting.
What secrets lay buried?
It's tough. Well, you know, I think I tried a couple times. I think I did start getting the currency I needed. Not currency, it's a trial key. Is somebody still alive? What are you doing over there, man? Get out of here. Because I can start being in Heavy Stun City next Ascendancy, and I can really invest. There's another support that does another hit on Heavy Stun, and then I'll have the Smash to Smithereens. I will have, ooh boy, I will have a lot of interesting ways to deal damage on Heavy Stun. Oh. You know, I think the mana before life stuff is helping. I'm definitely seeing my mana swing a lot more, but I think it's because it's working and taking a meaningful proportion of my damage. Didn't I almost kill you? Where'd your health come back from? Oh, you know what? This would be easier if I had removed some of his resistances. Get those waystones. Not that waystone ones matter. I mean, they matter, but they are copious. What do you think I'm gonna invest out of the quarterstaff skills? I just don't think I need any of them for now. Obviously, I'll have to go that way if these gloves don't work out, and eventually I have to switch back over to being like a normal-ass monk or whatever. Nobody likes a normal-ass monk. What was I putting the points towards? What did I just do? Okay, I was going this way to further enhance my damage taken from mana before life. Okay. Yeah, the little recouped as life might also help. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's some cheap attack speed and then cost efficiency. I don't hate that. Interesting, interesting. Is it? Okay, so this chain's kind of interesting. I might go that route. Damage recouped his energy shield. Well, we'll see. We'll see what makes sense. I am definitely getting to the point where fussing around with the passive tree to find the little efficiencies I can gain will be important. Before all that, though, I need to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Sorry for the delay. All of a sudden, I was dying. But I'm better now. Everything is fine. What is... Okay. Okay, hands. Come on now. Okay, so there's an abyss here. Stupid ass windows. There we go. Now we're in business. I saw that random ass shield drop a second ago, and it immediately brought to mind that it's still crazy that swords are not in this game. Like, it's crazy. Because I believe the shield was a strength dexterity shield, so it'd be for the guy who's supposed to use a sword, but like, nobody's really using those that much, because like, well, you ain't got the guy who would use that class of shield generally. Hey, Scobalts, how's it going? Let me see. Okay, so the best thing for us to invest in is going to be our Sunder, which annoyingly I can't upgrade from within hollow form. There we go. How are you doing, Scobalts? What are you up to? How's your week going? Do I want to find the abyss? Yeah, probably. I am real glad tomorrow's Friday, but unlike many weeks, this one doesn't feel like Friday yet, because I've been kind of jam-packed the rest. Like, I'm feeling... This week has gone much faster than many other ones, just because I've actually been doing shit at work. The great cosmic joke that you don't want to do anything at work, but by having things to do at work, it actually makes the work week go faster. The greatest cruelty known to man. Wouldn't be so bad if companies weren't shit. Specifically fun? Not really. I mean, I've been really pleased with this release of Path of Exile. Of course, it's exciting, but it doesn't jump out as overly remarkable. Me and my wife, we were just trying to kind of come up with something to do this weekend. It was just like a little thing or whatever to get out of the house and do something, and we were struggling to think of something, but I remembered that there is a mochi donut and K-Dog shop nearby that we have never managed to get to, 'cause it's like a new-ish. It opened like maybe a year ago, and, you know, we hadn't gotten to it. And so we're like, oh, we should go get some lunch on Saturday. Go get some K-Dogs and mochi donut. It's gonna be great. So that's gonna be fun. Oh, what is a K? So K-Dog is usually the short name for like a Korean corn dog. Well, it's not a corn dog because it doesn't use cornmeal, but it's like a corn dog in that it is a hot dog on a stick with something on it. They usually do like tater tots, like tiny tater tot coating on the outside of a hot dog. They'll also do it with a cheese stick in the coating, or you can get them split, so it's like half hot dog, half cheese stick, stuffed into this coating. You can get like sweet ones. I think that this place actually looks like it kind of goes crazy on it, because I think they'll do them coated in like the fiery hot Cheetos crumbles and stuff. And like the first time that I had always kind of wanted to get a K-Dog, but I had not gotten the opportunity, and the first time that I had one was in Australia. So there's, I suppose, a little bit of nostalgia factor as well from having the vacation to Australia and getting the chance to have a K-Dog again. It would be fun. Really? You just talked about it yesterday? That's funny. I like K-Dogs quite a bit. They're kind of a variant on the corn dog, and I mean I like corn dogs, so it's, but they're quite good. I have never had a mochi donut. Could be a chain, or it's just like, yeah, it's just like the obvious trendy shit to do, right? But yeah, like I was looking at some of the pictures online, and it was interesting because like they were selling K-Dogs almost like they were selling the donuts, and you'd get like half a dozen K-Dogs of like different varieties in a box. And so it's like, okay, hold on one second. My toilet is running irritatingly and it's shrieking at me. 1 second. Stupid toilet. That would be so many hot dogs. Yes, you are correct. But you know, like party pack for the friends. Doesn't have to be all for you. I mean, if you get a half dozen donuts, they're not usually just for you. Although I have gotten myself a half dozen donuts for a weekend. It's not a whole dozen anymore. Friends? Well, okay, well, and fair. Where is the abyss? There's supposed to be an abyss encounter out here.
Creature. Meet the dreamer. You're mine.
God, that's so satisfying. Always be, you know, that's fair. I've been making, in the last few years, I've been making a lot more efforts to just be healthier. Got old, got higher cholesterol, decided to start making an effort, as you do. I don't do a great job though. I do an okay job. I make slightly better choices most of the time, and that I'm hoping will add up to useful things. Bruh, where's this abyss? Maybe it's not here, and it's... No, it's definitely here. Well, actually, have I even found the way forward yet? Ooh, prismatic ring. I love those. Those are like my favorite rings.
The soul unleashed!
Where is anything? I've kind of stopped caring about the abyss a lot more. Sanctuary. Where the hell am I? Oh. I was looking at the wrong place. I'm not up here. I'm down here. There ain't shit here. I'm wasting my time. I mean, I killed things and got XP or whatever, but I could have just been doing that somewhere more useful. I lost track of myself on the map. Ooh, my health is low. You guys are gonna come to life. Obviously. How did you not take any damage? What the heck? Well, found the damage. Bonk. Oh, these nice old chests. Delightful. Yes, thank you. You know, the one problem with this build, well, it's not the one problem, but one of the problems is that I need so many fewer items that it's a little bit sad because I don't get to loot things. Because, like, my hands have to be empty, so, you know, boop, boop, nothing there. My gloves are obviously my weapon gloves, so those never get to be replaced. After that, I only have 3 pieces of armor and 4 pieces of jewelry. Loosely jewelry, considering belts as jewelry. I guess belts are kind of jewelry. There's one Baria. Yeah, accessories would be the more accurate broad term. You are correct. Accessorize. Let's see here. I don't know which one of these I have the least of anymore. I think it might be lightning at this point. Ow, ow, ow. Gotta make sure the belt matches the bag and the boots. That kind of makes me wonder, like, I was just thinking, I was like, you know, an item slot that you never have, like, as a, is like a bag. You never carry a bag. That's not true, not never. Some games do have you carrying bags, but, like, I wish my offhand could be a bag. A fashionable purse of some kind. A messenger bag, perhaps. I wonder if there's a unique item for some sort of item that looks like a bag. Just carry it around. I mean, it could be extra swords. Well, that's usually how it actually gets used in games, right? It's like a backpack that dictates your storage. I was thinking specifically in this game, literally if my offhand was a bag. Because, like, it could be a unique focus, perhaps, for, like, a spellcaster. It's just, like, a bag of tricks. Because there are some wacky, unique items in this game for sure. Yeah, I suppose it could be a replacement for a mace in that regard as well. Increased ignite magnitude is not great, but it's not bad. I have an extra jewel socket that has nothing in it. So it's like, maybe I should just go ahead and stick anything in there. The secondary one, though, the offerings, is not helpful in the least.
Gin bound in stone.
Had I not opened that yet? Yeah, so this is the passive tree. This is the passive tree. It's only overwhelming at the start. You get kind of the gist of it over time. Every class shares the same passive tree. They just change which start point they have around here. And so, like, really, it's not that bad. Because, like, when you start, you're like here. You're just thinking about, like, okay, what do I immediately need, right? Okay, so what are my options here? What am I... Okay. And then, then you start making choices, and then you start having to make broad choices, and, things get out of hand, and, what can you do? There's also more trees that come up later. We won't worry about that. We'll be getting there soon, actually, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Okay, so we could wish for a jewel. Let's wish for a jewel.
Where do you wear such a jewel exactly? Oh, disgusting.
What? I don't... Hold on. What did that mean? That's entirely reasonable. Stun threshold, elemental damage is good. I have no need for presence area of effect, but 2 out of 3 is pretty good. Boop. Yeah, this game is, I mean, probably the most complicated action RPG on the market. Like, they kind of did that on purpose, but, like, it is complicated. I think, broadly speaking, it is understandable. They're adding more and more tools to facilitate understanding. One thing they did this patch is they've actually added a way to import builds. There's not an in-game browser yet, but you can look online and find a build that you want to build towards, and you can actually import it, I think, into your profile on their website. So you import a build that you intend to pursue, and it actually gives you, like, So like on here, there will be, I don't know what it looks like, but essentially the passive tree that the build has that you're like aiming for is like in some way highlighted in like another color so that you understand what you're aiming for. They can actually add like notes to each one of your gear slots to be like, you want something here that has the highest, you know, fire damage available. Like here you need to be focusing on resistances of this, and that. Like they can actually like add notes and stuff into the build guide that they've got. And so that's a pretty cool one. I don't like using the builds simply because coming up with my build and just trying it is kind of the most enjoyment I get out of the game. So like I don't really have an interest in following other builds. But I do think that that's a very cool thing that they added to just like further facilitate people's, you know, understanding of the game and ability to sort of engage. Let's go with a ring. Any resist all elemental resistances. Fire resist and more fire resist, cold resist and cold resist. The lightning and all. We'll get this one. Yeah, it's really cool because so Path of Exile 1 was a little bit more limited, I feel like, in sort of the flexibility they had in the game. And so they kind of built up a lot of their community tools on the website and in sort of a online fashion, but like outside of the game. So there was like, you could use their website to facilitate trade between players and things like that, but like it was all relegated to the website. With this game, it seems like they're taking a lot of efforts to integrate those things into the game. So like now you can actually pull up a market tab and like do all of the searching and things that you used to be like required to do on the website. You can do in game and then like find where the person is and like go straight to their hideout where they can have a like their trade market tab open to you, and you just pop in, buy what you want, and now the builds is the sort of the next step of taking their online tools and opening it up so that more people can use it. They don't have to like think to go outside of the game in some capacity, because it's like you don't need to do that. It's just right here. I can't see shit when I do that. Oh my god, it's so satisfying though, but I can't see anything. I didn't need to pick up that thing that I just picked up. Get out of here. Yes, this Jinbaria. This is what gets us our next passive points. But it's a trial, and you actually have to be good. The trials are hard. Especially the later trials, like these. Because you go through 4 total trials through the course of a character. And in so doing, you get 2 passive points for your specialty class, your ascendancy class, as it's called, each time, for a total of 8 at the end of the game if you've done them all. The first, and that's these. These in the center are the ascendancy passive points. Like these are the specialty ones, and every base class has 3 ascendancy classes, or that's the intention. Not all of them are in place yet. It's in early access. Okay, so this is ultimate versus transcendent. And the first one, I think I've got a pretty good handle on. It's not too bad. It's pretty straightforward. The second one can be a bit of a challenge if your build is not, like, squared away, or, like, you're reliant on your ascendancies to really sort of, like, lock down your, like, effectiveness. So that one can be a challenge. The third one is just straight up hard. You've got to be good, have a good build, and be a little bit lucky. And then the fourth, over-leveled also is a good way to go about that. The fourth one I have never completed yet. It's quite difficult. Ooh, that's some nice life regeneration. Do I have... what item level are you? 55. Do I have... dang. No desecration available. Oh, that's definitely gonna hurt my lightning resistance. Because that's like a pile of lightning resist. Oh, yeah, that's some shitty-ass lightning resist right there. Ooh, boy. Let's... what happens if I do this? Wow. Strength, dex, int, max life. That's not that great. This might not be an acceptable lightning resist at the moment. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Charges gained. Oops, I missed. Recovery rate. That's very fast. I don't think that's better than what I've got right now. I don't think I want this right now. It's not a bad ring. I just don't think it's detrimenting my lightning resist too much. Whoa. Forgetting to change the support gems on Sunder, because I don't think I want the branching fissures, which are not bad, but I think I want to enhance the damage further. Broadly speaking, I think I need to invest a little more in damage overall. First, I'm going to finish out these defensive options, though. Because I think what I want... I am slowing down on my passives. Although, I guess a big part is my intention to pull those and move them somewhere else. That might help. You grab these. Grab these down here. And That would probably be all of those points. But then I can get these, which would be a significant damage increase against blinded enemies. I could get these, increased elemental damage. Penetrating 12 elemental resistances would not hurt either. Man, this evasion to power charge is incredible. It works great. I love that. Bonk. Ow. Maybe we'll just go ahead and make it through this interlude, and once we hit the end game, we'll do some revisions to our setup, broadly speaking. Just narrow down a little bit. Whoop. Fine. I don't know what happened there. There's a little bit of a hiccup. There's the abyss I was looking for in the entirely wrong zone. Superior ultimate mana blast. That's exciting. I didn't mean to pick that up. Get out of here. Ooh, those explode. Wow, plus 13 is quite good. Ultimate. Over transcendent. Now, if only you can just be enchanted with something decent. Don't screw me, bro. Ooh. Yeah, nice looking strong box.
A treasure waiting to be claimed.
This is the most satisfying when wailing on giant packs of monsters. It's just the Sunder wave goes straight through them. How that hurts. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Nice, 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 nice. How do I not have an orb of transmutation? That's crazy. Bonk.
Meet the dreamer. Illusion made real.
I've really done a good job of resolving my mana cost issues, at least. 'Cause for a while there, I was just draining my mana trying to do stuff. But not anymore. in entirely unrelated circumstances, there continue to be more and more satisfying hardships for AI companies, which I love to see. So I guess Altman was out complaining that all of a sudden companies are starting to care about like the return on investment of AI, which sucks to suck, my dude. Which, you know, love to see it. I continue to love seeing the crybabies yelling and crying about the GitHub Copilot change, which is hilarious. Suddenly they have to pay actual costs for things, and they're like, what the heck? That change took place on the 1st of June, and there were so many people who were like, because the plans actually get cut, or they have to start like charging per token after their certain allotment they get for a subscription. So they were like, I'm on this plan, and I paid this every month previously, and it was fine. And then they're like, now I used 25% of my allotted tokens in a single day, and it's like, well, yup, that's how that works, all right. Turns out you were using a shit ton of tokens. Okay, this might be unfortunate. This is probably highly fire resistant, and so it's gonna be a little hard to get through. Punch. Just regular ass punches really do actually a lot of damage. Got all this fancy shit, and sometimes just punch him in the face. Just as effective. A lot less flashy. I don't know, actually. Maybe it might not be quite as fast. Ow. Bonk. I forget that back entrance there gets invisible. Bonk.
Perhaps now water can
Alright, not
flow
too bad.
once more.
Suddenly I feel like we're taking a lot less damage. That's a huge improvement. Especially frustrating. I'm definitely going to have to like tighten up the build, because the next big step for me is going to be defeating that trial, but I'm not really sure if I can beat the trial right now. I think it would be quite difficult. Knowing the bosses that show up, I'd have to get really lucky with the trial rewards? I think it's rewards. What? I am gonna Orb of Alchemy this. Holy. Okay. Cool. I don't, who are strong box enemies? Boomst. Okay, did we do it? Did you literally not drop a single goddamn item? What is happening here? Oh no, you were an enemy. Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, I say that, but you pretty much dropped not a goddamn item. My poor orb of alchemy. You took it from me. Ow. Flat. Can't even find the important enemies anymore in message. The only thing that I can tell is that they survive longer, so I guess I'll just aim at the health bar. I mean, it generally works. Ooh. Noticing. Oh, no. I have the menu open. Leave me alone. I mean, that is pretty low. I'm noticing my volume going a little high on the game volume. As I slam around constantly. Pull it down a couple dB. Hey, another skill gem level 14. Okay, what else is the most important for this? I would say Bone Shatter.
While Bone Shatter is equipped, monsters display
Big part of my heavy stun damage. Did I ever get a chance to... No. Trying to make that magic. Don't have the item. Feeling a desire for some dessert. I don't think we really have much dessert. Bop. Another skill gem. Excuse me. Oh, you know, it would also behoove me significantly to have more movement while channeling. 'Cause that's definitely leaving me in danger more. Okay, one more. Going well. More waystones. For those not in the know, waystones are what we need to navigate the endgame. They are not like a precious resource. They are copious. But it's an indication of sort of the stage of the game we're in. It's starting to find those. We've got a few. I think I have like 5 or 6. Let's do Exalted. Because I don't have very many Exalted, and it takes a lot to do things. They are also one of the main commerce currencies. Since gold that drops is only tradable with NPCs, the actual usable currency is what gets traded with players. So, or what ends up being the meaningful stuff, kind of arbitrary. I mean, it gets set largely by what people need, since they have actual uses. But it's interesting from like a social standpoint of how that kind of happened over time, I guess. Big fancy unique strongbox, yay! This one revives the fallen monster several times, and you get the loot every time, and it gets stronger. Cold resistant, chills, lightning mirages, and always poisons. Utility belt. Now you're making flame walls. I don't appreciate that. Well, you clearly did not appreciate that, so I guess we're even. Damn, that's satisfying. You got one more in you? Yeah, you do. That's too many traits. You're not supposed to have that many. Broke his ass. Nothing too exciting. 20% of flask recovery applied instantly. I mean, that's not bad. Armor strength, cold resist, charm charges gained. I don't need armor. Strength's not bad. Wow, this belt kind of sucks ass, actually. Can we get anything good out of this? No, not really. That's a shame. I liked the prospects of that. Ooh, whoa, 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 help. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little too close for comfort. I don't know if I was saved by the runic ward again or not. I have needed to rely on it less lately, so that's a plus. We are surviving a bit better.
The soul unleashed!
Oh man, suddenly I'm tired. Also, suddenly I've already been streaming for nearly 2 hours. Man, time just flies when I'm playing this game.
7 stood.
Hey, okay. +5 to all elemental resistances. We got some movement speed. Global armor. +5 to all attributes. I feel like I've got to go with the +5 to elemental resistances this time. It's just not... My resistances are just too bad. They're too bad. We got to do something about them. So I'll take the 5%. Thank you very much. Can always come back and change it if need be. That's the main thing that we want to get here before we move forward. 7 pillars. Oh, I guess this is where we came in. Weird. I feel like a weird moaning in the background. Supposed to be the wind? Oh, is that another subtle audio cue pointing me in the right direction? They seem to have added several of those. I know of at least one to help you know when you're going the right direction. They're trying to smooth out the campaign experience by helping you find where you're going easier. Oh, I think I see where we're going. Gotta be here. It's here. Hello, Jado.
It seems they have made their way into this good mode. I will.
Oh man, suddenly my eyes are heavy. Oh, tired.
Make haste.
I'm glad tomorrow's Friday. I didn't sleep all that well last night. Woke up at like 6:30. Had to go to the bathroom. It's the worst. I say the worst. 6:30 is not as bad as waking up at, say... So I get up at 8:10 for work every morning. The worst is waking up at anywhere past 7:30, having to go to the bathroom, like before the alarm, because it's like, bro, if I get up and I come back, that's like no better than a power nap's worth of time left. At least if I wake up at like 6:30, coming back is like, oh well, you know, at least it's like an hour and a half. That's pretty good. That's some sleep. That's not so bad.
Vessel waiting to be filled.
Got no water. I actually really like these little interlude portions of the game. So there's 3 interludes past Act 4, which are sort of taking the place of the 2 acts that are not yet added to the game. And I kind of like the little, like, they're like little shorter mini chapters. I kind of like them. Like they're like quick to go through, little side story stuff. It's kind of interesting also that once 1.0 comes out, they'll go away, replaced by the actual acts for the end of the game. But it's kind of interesting because it's like, you know, nobody, they'll be gone, and that won't be in the game, and it's like little side stories that those in early access will have played, and those later will not have. Though I would normally ding games for having sort of like exclusive sort of early access content, but I think what the heck? Part of it is just like I need to understand the reasoning, and then maybe I'll give you a pass. It's like there's good reason that they did it in this game. And maybe other games have good reasons for the stupid shit that I don't like that they do in early access, but like, they never explain it. The blood bilge.
A single drop of water.
There's
the weight of many.
There's one of the sacred waters. Oh, maybe, is there only one now? There used to be 3. And so I wonder if they cut it down to 1 as a means of like trimming the fat and making it a little quicker to get through the campaign. Maybe. That is one of the things they were trying to do. Maybe not, because I just got a second one. Maybe I'm full of shit. Witchcraft. Increased area of curses. Remnants collection. Glory generation. It's on the gloves. It really doesn't matter. I'll get it. I don't have any of these yet. I haven't gotten too many, like, bonus goodies with my runes lately. Hammer time. For the exalted orb. Those are very valuable.
Misguided rebels.
What I really want are more unique items. I love... Oh, I thought that was a guy that was alive. I love finding uniques that sort of like inform a build. It gets my ideas rolling, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try this kind of a guy. The more I think about it, the more I kind of want to try a tactician minion build. I just got to figure out how to get his passive stuff all the way up to the druid area. God, it's gonna take so long to get up there. I don't know if it'll be worth it, but I can try.
The ritual is almost complete.
So Jin's having a hard time. It sucks that this Jin is just like, I don't know, made of water.
My reign begins now.
It's just like extract water. It doesn't look comfortable. It looks like a bad time. Hey, could you hit my clone for me? Thanks. I can't see shit.
Reverse the flow of time. Drown them in it. Our time is now.
I just gotta tell you, that doesn't seem to be reversing the flow of time. You don't seem to understand what direction things going. That was all of my health. Oh my god. I'm so lucky. I can't believe I survived that. That was so goddamn close. I'm having a really hard time landing a curse on this guy. I would like to reduce your resistances, please. Okay. Okay, well, this guy is a problem just because I can't. All my shit's slow, and I can't pin him down very effectively. My DPS is slow, but also he jumps around and then stabs me to death, which I also don't like. Not a big fan. Would not recommend. Could you not? I can't see what's happening.
Time flows in all
Okay. Now it's gonna be a mess again. Maybe I just run. Oi. Oh god. Yeah, you stay in there. I stay out here. Everybody wins. Wow, you just attacked my clone, you dumbass. Embarrassed much? Okay, well. Bruh. Chill. I can't see the attacks. I don't know what he's doing. I don't want to be in there. Oh lord. Why are you not ready to be staggered yet? Bro, stop moving around and becoming immune to being hit. You're making it hard to build stagger on you. There we go. Big bonk. Oh. Oh, he's cullable. Oh no, don't die. He's cullable. Get his ass.
A tyrant uncrowned is still a tyrant.
How about that heavy belt, eh? Max mana, recovery rate, thorns I don't care much about. Can I have but a crumb of resistance?
It is that the first barrier is safe.
No, we must.
You would still enact a ritual.
Yes. Greater things are at stake. The Marquette must unify. Let us return.
Was impressive work. You may not see the Order of the Jinn, and may you have one night.
Oh, goodbye. Yay. Now we're going to be going to the end game.
The
We
gifting
made
of water
it.
went well. We are ready. I will make. You have your orders.
I should... Oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to enchant this. Damn, not a 1, huh? Magic. Go. Oh, gains charges per second. That's pretty good. Increased amount recovered. That's quite good. I like that. That's pretty good. Abundant ultimate mana flask of the verdant. I can dig it.
Welcome. Here is some equipment.
Maybe I'll
glory.
keep this actually. Belts. Arbitrarily tossed in there.
Greetings.
Okay, so we go back. Let's check, make sure we got all of the meaningful permanent upgrades. We're all solid. Okay, so I think this means that we have killed all of the bosses throughout the campaign, which means that our gauntlets should have the highest damage they will ever have listed on them. So let's take a look at what that ended up being. Eventually, you know, there we go. What are we looking at? 189 to 314. That's where we're at. I see. So now if we want to continue to scale, we will need to get
Fight. The
So
last.
that we're ready.
intelligence.
Till next time.
It has been thousands.
I've been.
The end.
Wee.
Quickly. The time has.
The dreamer leads.
With our forces
Before I
united,
use
we set sail from King's March and head for Oriath.
those 2 passive points, I think
But
we'll
as we approached, the unthinkable
refund
took place.
a
None
variety.
were too late. My worst fears have come to pass. The world is consumed by
game.
madness once more. Our last hope for refuge is the ziggurats of Utzal. Perhaps Doriani's preparations will shield us while we plan our next move. It appears Doriani truly does have a plan
Thanks,
for
Doriani.
every contingency.
Saving our ass. Again. Sorry I beat your ass so bad before, but now you've joined
Hard
us.
to imagine, isn't it? What a bloody state.
This is the
world
farthest I've
in.
been this
I'm
league.
here if you need anything.
What else do you have to say?
So, got to assemble a crew to save the world, eh?
Yep.
That's a lot on your shoulders. For what it's worth, I'm on your side too.
Thanks, bro.
I managed to make out a bit more of that tome we found. Ah yes, here it is.
Uh-huh.
Aldur gazed at the pristine stars, and there he saw meaning. Those shapes he wrought into our bedrock. His very will gave the shapes life. And so, we began to know prosperity, and the beginnings of Kalgur were born. Something to chew on, isn't it? I found this
How about the
section
Rune
rather
Fathers?
interesting in that second tome. The Rune Fathers were Aldur's chosen apprentices, artisans of runesmithing. They saw to Midgard's every need. The abundance of Verisium in their volcanic ranges meant they would never exhaust their capacity for progress. Or so they thought. Oh
Okay,
boy.
that make. I was gonna say, I was like, that seems like a dream. Everything runs out.
There's a little more on the Triskelion Flame here. The Rune Fathers' conquest came from their incredible design. They toiled and poured their will into the most elegant combination of complex rune shapes that ever existed. But not every Rune Father's ambition was sated. Yes, of course. There's always some greedy bugger who desires more.
Tell him, Pharaoh. Those jackasses. Check on the hooded one. Where's the hood? Where? Hello? Hooded one? Where are you at? Oh, there you are.
He slumbers as deeply as the dreamer himself. Doriani may know how to wake him.
Interesting. That's a different introduction than before.
We're alive. That's a small consolation. Rayclast has been devastated, and the influence of the beast lingers on. As we feared, the beast's corruption holds the hooded one in thrall. Nothing we do can wake him.
Then where do we turn? Without the hooded one, we cannot wield the weapon.
That's a problem.
The situation is grim, but science can be rediscovered.
Hail science!
We must seek further knowledge of the ancients for ourselves. Perhaps with it, we can engineer a solution to our situation.
Very well. What do you propose?
I have already been working on a plan. This ziggurat was built over what my ancestors called ley lines, ancient underground structures, which I believe may span the entire continent.
Structures?
The machine you see here, I call it a waygate. Using the ley lines, the
Constructed
waygate can take us
structures,
anywhere
or
we
just
reach.
like
Approach the waygate.
manifestations, even. Yeah, here we go. In-game map. It's a big in. It's endless.
Good. The ley line below is resonating correctly.
Okay, so we've got a weird...
What brought this about? Was it us?
Incredible. That tower. It must have reacted
tower.
to the waygate's energy.
What does that even mean? Should we be concerned?
For now, we simply need to reach the tower. But first, we must test the waygate. Take this waystone, mark your desired coordinates on it, place it in the waygate. Let us see what it can do.
This strikes me as much better directed so far. It's like previously you kind of ended up here and it was just like, yeah, do whatever. They very quickly gave us an obvious sort of like next step. Go to the tower. You know, I guess I can invest. I'll invest this point. And the other one I'll save. All right, so that's as much mana lost before life as I want. 32%. Pretty good number. In some ways, that means it's like I take 30% less damage in a way. Mana comes back faster. An easy resource to go up and down. Nice. Another level. That's very exciting. I'm going to save that point too. And I'm going to go get refunds, and then I'm going to do a bunch of interesting things. I'm just going to finish this map first. wonder when I'll get another socketable for the support on my hollow form. I would love to be able to bolster that further. I'm big. Yeah, the survivability is doing better, for sure. That's good. Come on, give me uniques. Damn, no uniques. Greater charging ward. Increased runic ward regeneration rate. Yeah. I think that could be good. That shift towards some damage coming out of mana has really helped. How are you taking like no damage, my dude? Get out of here. Really improved my overall survivability, it feels like. I'm not very attached to my energy shield. I just feel like it takes forever to come back. And most of the time I'm living without it. And I'll always have some. I can't get rid of it off my gauntlets. I don't really feel the need to invest too much in it, though. It's really interesting, this hollow form that uses perform a socketed melee attack. It's very interesting just thinking about all of the other melee attacks that could be used here. I'm a little hard pressed to think of one that would work better than what I've got going right now. Because it allows me to use this attack so much faster than it would under normal circumstances. Like I can just like be slamming twice as fast as normal, and that's great. That's crazy. And then get the triple slam. Incredible. Like, what about, like, is there any interesting spear that I could be using? Not really. Not that I can think of. Spear, mace. The shapeshift druid might be kind of amusing. I don't know what out of that would really like wow me as far as like functionality though. Oh shit. That attack does so much damage. It was the reason I died several times when I first fought this boss. This is a repeat boss from one of the interludes. Oh shit! Every goddamn time it's that attack. I was trying to get in there to stun him, and I got him after he'd already used the attack. What a pain. Oh, shit! God damn it. The AoE on that is so big that as soon as I realize that's what he's using, I'm already, like, really in the middle of it, and I can't get out. I have a hard time seeing when he's telegraphing it as well. For some reason. Is that the one? That's the one. I just need to not get caught by it. That's not that hard. Just keep my ass out the way. Whoops. Get cooked. Okay. The map is complete. Hello, Doriani.
Our first step is a success. The Waygate does indeed work.
We didn't know that before.
Science is a process. Would you rather we remain here cowering in the dark? Now that we know the Waygate works, you must reach that ancient tower. I am certain we will learn more from it.
Okay.
What to do.
What do you got to say, Pharaoh?
I've been thinking. We ought to go check on our Kalguran friends.
Take your time. Load up. Anytime now. Anytime. Anytime. Okay. The performance is a bit on the struggle bus. Although I think it's a little worse when I'm using Vulcan instead of DX12. Are we even doing anything? What are we doing? What are we doing? Drive's not working. Shader's not going down. What are we doing? Hello? Oh, I don't.
I'm worried what might have happened to Kingsmarch in all this chaos. I'm going to head south and check for myself.
Okay, man.
You there?
I'll check the map here in a second. And actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my hideout. That's not the correct button. That's the refuge that I'm already standing in. That was not necessary. Or, no? I don't know why that sent me. No, it's going to take forever to load. Go to my hideout. Go to the hideout. Could also go to the guild hideout, I suppose. Or do most of my stuff. It might be a little less struggly to load if I don't have a ton of random yahoos around me. I should go to the guild hideout is a little bit better laid out because I cared more about the guild hideout. Yeah, guild hideout. Who? Hold on. Oh, Doriani, you're in the way of the anvil now. Hold on. Hold on. We can edit. Doriani, you gotta move. There you go. You can move there.
Speak.
Okay, so you refund passives now.
Rayclast has been severely wounded. We are somewhat lucky this beast was at least young. If it had been fully grown, there would be nothing left at all.
All they sought to achieve, and this is the result.
The Twilight Order are no longer alive to contemplate their mistakes. We must focus on those who are alive. As it stands,
Stupid Twilight
there are
Order.
survivors out there, and they will be facing extreme hardship. We must do whatever it takes to ensure humanity's survival.
There's like 8 of us here. That's... yeah.
Our first order of business is survival. The cataclysmic surge of corruption has mutated beast and man alike, and they are roving wild. That's where you come in. Your set of skills is crucial now.
The path
My
ahead is
explosive
uncertain,
personality.
but necessary.
The modern era is relentlessly violent without the peacekeeping efforts of the Val.
Of all the words to describe the Val, peacekeepers is not one I would use.
Then you have fallen prey to your modern biases. History is written by the victor, and there are few left to advocate for the Val now.
Perhaps there are
Yeah,
simply
sure,
few
man.
who would want to.
You can just
Be
make
that
shit
as
up
it may,
too.
The Val's interest was in science, in progress, not in waging war.
Yeah, but the progress was a little bit bad.
To emerge are clearly more ancient than anything we have seen. I can safely assume that they are precursor in origin. You should secure as many as you can, so that I may study them for whatever secrets they may possess.
Have you any theories as to their purpose?
From their placements alone, I suspect they were intended to exert refined energies over vast distances. At this point, I can only
This
speculate as
is
to
a
why.
little bit out of date because the towers don't operate the same way they used
We
to.
have found a vast underground web of precursor ley lines. They were indistinguishable from natural bedrock before, but now that they have reactivated, it is clear to me our entire continent bears a lattice beneath.
That's
That would have
crazy.
taken a great deal of effort. What did they hope to accomplish?
I believe this lattice.
How
connects
did
the
they
towers.
accomplish it?
There is a vast intent at work here, but one so ancient we may never know what they were trying to do.
Ominous.
I must meditate.
Okay, so refund. We're gonna yank all of these. That leaves us 12. Okay, so that has nixed our ability to use a couple of those. That's fine, to be expected. Okay, step one, we're going to refine our defenses a little bit. And we'll go ahead and grab that. Okay, so this completes this whole area that I want, which is not bad. Yeah, I'll go ahead and invest to grab this. Couple levels and I can get that. Hey, Sea Weaver, how's it going? Okay, so dexterity is actually my highest stat now, and I don't need as many. We'll reinvest anything out here. Okay, that's a better balance. And then as far as where have our defenses landed then? Evasion's okay-ish. Deflection. How's Punchy McFistface doing? I have just arrived at this. Not enough deflection. I've just arrived at the end game, the very beginning of the end game. So, you know, it's going. I'm gonna need more deflection if that's going to be relevant and useful. I'll probably want to go down here and get these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is kind of a lot of my remaining points, I feel like, but that's gonna be 8, 16, 32% deflection rating out of evasion rating. It's not bad. So I am now on the lookout for I guess the highest evasion rating chess piece I can find. That's kind of what I want. Uh-huh. What's that? Let's see here. Okay, so we have to drop Frozen Locust, Killing Palm. That you're now a furry? Does that impact your ability to play MMOs? I would like for this to go off faster. What level is that? Oh, you've got to be a... Well, you know. That happens. Erupt after 50% less delay. That's a 2. Okay, so 3, we want magnified area 2. And then we want a 2. We want it to go off faster. So Bone Shatter. Oh, we got another point on our Mace Strike and our Hollow Form. That's That's extremely exciting. Okay. Okay. Hold on. This is good. Element. So then we... Let's grab a 2 and a 5. Okay, so 2. We want... Oh, stun threshold. Well, okay, that's interesting. Fire attunement. Oh my god, my menus? What about my menus? My menus are great. What's your problem with my menus? How can I get most damage? I want most damage. Rage. Fire penetration is pretty good. I'm not this is very normal. this is normal gathering levels. Fire penetration completely ignores enemy fire resistance. Interesting. No, the stash one is very tame. I assure you. Nothing bizarre there. Do stun 2. And the question is, does rapid attacks even work on this ability? Okay, now let's see here. I'm sort of feeling the rhythm here. It does. That is faster. Okay. That is faster. Okay, for one, we'll upgrade you. And then hollow form can have the next rapid attacks 2. But no, this my stash, this is not unreasonable. Look how well organized it is. We got cash stab, we got our fragments, sockets, gems, our uniques. Look at our collection. It's very small. I have 25 of 439 uniques. Like, all of these things are useful over time. Should you move these belts up here? There. Now the accessories are together. That one doesn't have a purpose yet. These are the late game stuff. What am I doing in here? Ooh, that's a pretty good amount of Verisium. Getting it stacked. Look at all these fancier shit that we have not encountered at all. Okay. Fire attunement. Okay, well, what? Mace strike. What are you suggesting? So rage isn't a bad idea. Five rage per hit. Oh, what about close combat 2? Close combat 2? 30% more attack damage to enemies within. A mace strike is really short range, so that probably would work well. We'll go with that. Pretty good. That's pretty good. How much? Okay, so we do have a couple of these. This one is going to go to Bone Shatter. And then in my gems, I have a weird support. This one, no. What does it look like? Oh no, it is this one. Concussive Rune. Supports attack, causing a runic shockwave to erupt under enemies they heavy stun. Shockwave costs runic ward and will not trigger if you do not have enough. Costs 7. Attack, AoE, melee, slam, trigger. So then this Bone Shatter reliably shockwaves. And so now I have shockwave, extra shockwave out of impact. And then I also have the concussive runic shockwave going off. And then once I get to level 78, I will also have Smash to Smithereens, which also triggers when heavy stunned. So we're going to be big booming on heavy stuns. That's the goal. Okay. Let's continue towards the tower. Hilda's camp. Reach Hilda's campsite. I guess that's someone else who's also alive. Well, this gets us closer to both the tower and Hilda. So let's go this way. Oh shoot. Right. I need my maps. You know what? I should bring all of these out. And then Doriani, identify. Thanks, man. This one's good. I'll take that. Womp. Level 65. That is the level I am. Ooh. Oh, that is much faster. That's nice. It really does make me curious. I'm dreadfully curious about what other weird-ass melee attacks I could use with this hollow palm. Do shield attacks count? Wow, I'm attacking so fast. Oh, hey, wow. I wonder if shield attacks count as melee. I suppose they do. Could I make a shielded monk just throwing bows? Like add the shield charge, it just runs into people. That would be highly amusing. Ow. We just need to be, like, sufficiently strong to clear maps and hopefully get some unique items and see what we can accomplish with this stuff. Maybe it will also illuminate, like, the next build I want to try to do. I do think overall that the build that I had running with Kappa was more effective. So I'll probably have a better time in the end game once I get going with Kappa here, probably this weekend. But we'll see what we can do with this guy. The heavy belts are always green like this. I'm not actually sure what this filter means with the... Where is my filter? There it is. Regular. Let's upgrade this to semi-strong or semi-strict. I don't know why it's green. Possibly that an Orb of Chance has the opportunity to turn it into a unique item. I don't know. I'm unclear. Who's yelling at me? Eilif? Who the hell are you? What you got there? Buddy? Give him the slappies. Oh, I meant to talk to you and not do that. Oh my god, they're very large. By very large, I mean very many, I suppose would be more accurate. Oh. I actually made it through the breach. Okay, my mana is hurting a lot more again. I am using it hard and fast. I guess that's what the flask is for. Where's the guy I'm actually supposed to defeat? Where are these guys coming from? I feel like you're just gonna keep spawning forever. what is happening here? There we go. Yay, thingies, 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 thingies. Hey, what's up?
Despair. If you rejoin the war effort, your training can continue from where you left off. As you know, the keepers of the
Oh yeah, I'm a
flame
monk.
are all that
I guess
stand in the way of the
they would have
High
something to
One
say about that.
consuming our world.
Thanks for the
The enemy
splinters.
left these behind. They are critical to our mission and will help us in the war ahead.
Wound gift.
Collect all that you find. But first, on
Oh.
behalf of the keepers of the
Oh,
flame,
big ass
I
monastery.
welcome you back to the monastery. It has changed somewhat since you left. Travel there. Then I can reveal more about our next steps.
If it is the dreamer's will to have me return, then so be it.
Excellent. Follow me.
Can't actually. Yeah, okay, sure. Follow you. Yeah. I'll get right on that. Let me just jump into your weird ass portal. It's extremely rude to be like, hey, yeah, no worries, just follow me, and then take a single person teleporter. Like, thanks, man. Thanks. My mana usage is getting pretty... Oh, shit! Oh, one more hit of that would have killed me. Yeah, so I have lost a few options now that I lost those two abilities. Could replace them with something else. I'm not sure what I would instead to do with my time, to be fair. I mean, I'm just best off using these other attacks. Oh, what is it, the fragments now that have, yeah, I've got tablet tabs now. Ugh, these used to have to just clutter up some other stash tab, and it was a real pain. I'm so glad that there's now a fragments tab. Oh, wow, okay, so I have 2 of these Jinbarias. One for my other character and one from this one. So technically I only have 1 for each. Ideally. Hopefully we only need 1 for each. Maps. Monsters have stuff. Less recovery rate of life and energy shield. Occasional elemental weakness. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so Hilda's still over there. I guess, shall we hit up the... Head up the tower. Oh, what? Speaking of what tablet did I get actually? What's this? Breach. Ah, breaches and maps have increased pack size. Yeah, you know what? I like the breach. We'll cram that bad boy in there. Bam. Traverse. We'll breach it up.
Nothing thrives here without struggle.
You know, I guess I sort of realized that I was thinking that it was like, well, if the gloves don't work out, I guess I'll just have to switch to the previous stupid like monk stuff. I was like, I guess I can still just use this and just, if I find a better mace than the gloves, I can just use them. That'll give me an opportunity to try out other gloves, since the Fists of Stone are such a cool trait that just makes every pair of gloves different and better. Okay, so next level will get us this, at which point we really should go buy a higher quality evasion chest piece, because that could be a significant boon. One, our current one is old. Two, switching to exclusively evasion would overall give us a significant increase in stats because of what I have done to the passive tree now. Really a shame that, well, it's both a shame and not a shame. I guess we'll see, because I was like, it'd be exciting if I could find a 6-link jeweler's orb. I was like, ooh, which one would I put it on? And I was like, oh, obviously it's got to go on the hollow palm, except that doesn't work because that needs to be, that just happens with levels. And I was like, well, I guess how happy I am with that depends on whether I find the perfect jeweler's orb before I hit the level where the hollow form just gets it on its own or not. Who knows? Ooh, that's a higher level skill gem. Okay, well, the one we need is Sunder, but we got to take that off first. Now we can level it up. This is the important one that we want to make sure keeps up.
Sunder cracks the earth in a wide swathe and causes...
And then Sunder goes right back into hollow form. Ba-bam. What would also be nice is if I could get some plus to melee levels on things, because that's something I don't have. Ooh, that hurts. Regular enemies die extremely quickly. I have no complaints there. This feels like the boss. I don't necessarily want to kill that yet. I got other stuff to get. I at least got to find the breach. I invested a tablet in putting it here. Bop.
Treasure waiting to be claimed.
The soul unleashed!
You know, that's the only problem with getting a higher attack speed is that it increases my mana cost by a lot. Damn, it does slam real goddamn quick though. Hey, there's a unique. First unique of the end game. Elementalist robe. What the heck? 1,000% increased energy shield recharge rate. Your base energy shield recharge delay is 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a long ass time. Takes the 10 seconds, but once it starts, it finishes. That... I don't know if it's high enough level to really be useful, but like 10 seconds, if you can get upwards of 100, it's harder to get energy recharge start speed now. The numbers used to be bigger. They've apparently nerfed that a little bit because energy shield was kind of the de facto defense. It's just better. Oh, there's a checkpoint that I don't think I picked up. There we go. Ow. I see some runes. Runes are not breaches, however. Bonk. Sapphire ring, perhaps? You know what? I'll let them identify it for free. Ow. Slamma jamma. Oh, that guy's not dead. Now he's dead. Ooh, skills. Buff AoE trigger duration. Pour your runic ward into conjuring blades for the duration of the buff. These blades fall on enemies hit by your projectile attacks. Interesting. That's cool. Supports attacks you use or trigger yourself, causing them to cost runic ward to use, but deal additional physical damage based on their runic ward cost. Cannot support channeling skills, sustained skills, or skills without a cost. Support any skill that deals damage. Enemies you kill with supported skills have a chance to drop a Verisium Infusion Remnant. Remnants created by supported skills last 3 seconds. Gain 20% of life and mana cost as runic ward cost. 35% chance to crest. Yeah, okay, what is this? Can be used instead of any of the elemental infusions. Interesting, interesting. Runic extraction. No, that's what that one is. Fist of Kalgur. Supports slams you use yourself, allowing them to spend large amounts of runic word to become runically boosted. Runically boosted slams are empowered with extra physical damage and create a rune the first time they hit an enemy. The rune erupts in an aftershock after duration, cannot support channeling skills. Interesting. Interesting. I'm listening. Is Bone Shatter a slam? It's not, it's a strike. Earthquake is a slam. Okay. Category Fist of War. Ward-bound minions. Spend all your runic ward to summon temporary ward-bound casters. These minions target nearby enemies with damaging cold spells. Limit 22 summon ward-bound minions. Minion duration is 15 seconds. Minions disperse after casting 6 spells. Summon 1 ward-bound minion on skill use. An additional 1 minion for each additional 42 runic ward spent. Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of temporary minions. I already had another one for temporary minions. I kind of want to try to do a temporary minion build. Voltaic barrier. Raise a pair of electrified pylons in front of you, which project a wall of electricity between them, damaging and electrocuting enemies caught between them. Projectiles you fire through the wall become energized and discharge that enemy on hit as chaining lightning beams. That's very cool. Hollow shell. Sacrifice your runic ward to send out an energy pulse that grants nearby allies a guard. Oh, defensive for allies. Interesting. I assume that's all the runic ward again. Can't affect the same target more than once every 6 seconds. Explosive transmutation. While active, picking up remnants triggers a deadly explosion, dealing damage to the location of the remnant based on the type of remnant picked up. Physical, cold. Interesting. I don't know what kind of remnant the power remnant would be. These are very interesting. Do these cost? Yeah, they do cost a ward as you pick them up. Well, the physical does. Do the other ones not? Interesting. Skill Animus Splinters. Expend a large amount of runic ward to instantly create a short-lived copy of yourself that uses a socketed skill once, then vanishes. This skill's cost is equal to the total cost of socketed skills. The copy cannot form channeled, remote, cooldown, or conditional skills, or summon minions. Interesting. That is very specific. Man, it's a I guess I'm just gonna have to get the support. Because, like, the ward-bound minions would be cool for potentially doing a temporary minion build. The problem is that I don't... This would be at level 64, so it's not like I could use those earlier. The Rain of Blades is very cool, too. We're gonna go with the Fist of Kalgur. At least that's in the right ballpark for this character to use in approximately an immediate sense with Earthquake, which I guess I should use more frequently. Owie. Anything bonus to toss around? No, not really. Still looking for that breach. Hey, look, the breach. Found it. That's a lot of you. That's a lot of you. Some random ass fire. Ow. Ooh, I stabilized it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. Okay, so now there should be guys back here. Ooh, my health. Hey, Kappa. Oh shit, it keeps getting worse. Who the hell is this guy? Oh, it's going pretty well. I'm happy about tomorrow being Friday, of course.
For the keepers of the flame.
Made it to the end game. Oh, look at all the goodies.
The world still holds surprises.
Twerthen cannon. Cannot load or... Oh, there's one of the grenade launcher types. Cannot load or fire ammunition. Strictly grenades. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, the damage is a lot higher on that. That is for sure. Yes, there are significantly noticeable changes. I mean, the entire sort of introductory experiences. Well, you've made it at a good time, because I forgot that this is the tower, which was like the first objective to go clear out, I kind of know what happens at the conclusion of this, so that should be very exciting for all. Ow. Ow. Did you not? There we go. Get cooked. Okay, and so then we have this thingy. Oh, hey Doriani.
This tower is indeed precursor. We should activate it and study the results.
Is that not reckless? This tower could...
Doriani's all about reckless.
I'm making a judgment call. Do
Sure,
it.
Doriani. Can I have this tablet? Can I have this tablet? I'd like it. Can I have this? Can I have this? Can I have this? Never mind. Exciting things are happening. New cutscene. Ta-da.
This is beyond my wildest expectations.
This fortress must have lain dormant for centuries. Are we sure we should be trifling with such things?
We are taking
Can we live there?
enormous risks, yes, but calculated ones. It is, as the Galgurans might say, my style. Just imagine the knowledge that fortress contains. Understandably, but the potential reward is worth the risk. Find your way over there as soon as you can. Make haste.
Okay, thanks for the tablet. Bye. Neato.
Go on.
Oh, that's not helpful right now. I mean, he is hypothetically assigned. Ooh, I'm level 66 with 66% XP. Womp womp. Anyway. Okay, so this is over here now. We're over here. I see. Before I immediately go gallivanting off that way. Oh, that's probably fine. I want to come down here. So, as to your question about, like, changes in the endgame, there's a lot more sort of, like, immediate interests. Like, there's a quest here that's, like, I don't know, Hilda's, somebody's campsite here that I'm trying to go visit. There's clearly something wild going on over here, maybe related to Hilda. We were invited down to this monastery for the breach stuff, so we're supposed to go down there. I think, yeah, we know down here is King's March, and Pharaoh, our runesmith friend, went down there and was like, hey, go meet me down south. I'm gonna go check on King's March, so that's down there. Reliquary Arch, there's something weird and lighting up right here. The obvious elephant in the room of this this whole thing. So yes, there are significant changes taking place for the end game. Issa Swamp.
The journey never ends.
Yeah, I feel like, based on the way I'm experiencing things right now, I think that we'll actually be doing better when our other characters get here, because I feel like the other characters were performing a little bit better than this one. This one is not bad. Like, I am not struggling. I went directly to the boss. I didn't really mean to do that, but I did. But I feel like I'm not, like, excelling in damage as much as I'd like. Although this person being weak to fire is really working a treat. It's not good for the things weak to fire. The whole dealing 100% fire damage thing that I've got going on is most of the time not ideal. I guess most of the time probably not a huge positive or negative, but sometimes there's stuff that are very resistant, and that's not great. But then there's some stuff that is real damn weak, and things go real good. Bop, bop. I've had a couple more run-ins with sets of skills for the runes, like new Kalguran runic ward skills, and there's some very interesting stuff. I've seen a lot of temporary minions, like a lot more than I'm used to seeing of temporary minions, which really makes me want to try to figure out a way to do a temporary minion build. I think that would be pretty cool. I'm not quite sure how to pull it off, but I might try. There's some runes. Stuff dies real good, though. The small things die really, really effectively. It's the big guys that I'm a little less confident on. I'm just a little more frail than I'd like to be. I'm also really concerned that my damage is kind of as good as it's going to be right now, just because my weapons are capped out. Like, my gauntlets are capped out, and so they're not going to directly grow in any strength because I'm out of faces to break. And, like, I'm not overwhelmingly strong right now, which is concerning for the future. Okay, so this is all of the, like, direct defense stuff that I think I want. I need to get a different chest piece. I do want to get these deflection nodes, because I think that would help. But I actually kind of need to invest in some damage. I'm actually really light on damage on the passive tree, which almost never happens to me. I usually go too heavy-handed. But I have not this time. You know, I wonder... My curse, I wonder if it would be better served as rather than like a... Maybe use it as the sort where it just sticks on the ground and oh my goodness, that's a lot happening there. I collapsed it. Ooh, an ultimatum. I guess the only thing is that I don't have my next passive points. And the next passive points might have a pretty significant impact on my combat capabilities. My ascendancy points specifically. So I do need to do that trial. Ooh, look. It's the trio monolith. Does that mean I'm gonna unlock new rune words? Cool, cool, cool. Oh lordy, never mind. This is this sort that brings back a boss. It's not the one Pharaoh's like. Galvanic Wand Tier 3. Why do you have that color? Igor Boar. I thought it said Igor Robe for a second. I was like, that's not that intimidating, guys. That's everybody. We've extracted all of the value of this place. Two more to Hilda. Can we...
Go on.
Can we pull that off tonight? I don't know. I'm kind of... I grow weary. It's not 3:30. I have streamed for 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's it's a different thing. I don't think I want to run two more. I think I'll call it there for tonight. Great progress has been made. I think once I get to level 70, I'll probably be maybe far enough ahead for me to try the trial, which will get me the hollow focus ability, and that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, thanks all for coming and hanging out. We did the thing that we hoped to do, got to the end game. It's very exciting. Enjoy your Friday, everybody. I'm so excited that we're right at the end of the week. Been a very busy one for me at work. it hasn't felt long because I've been busy, but I have been busy and I am worn out. So happy to get to the weekend. Have a good night. Enjoy Friday. We'll be back on Saturday, probably playing more Path, possibly with Kappa. Hope to see you next time. Bye.